into it, and let's go ahead and kick it off with our horrible movie of the week and the 5 reasons why you shouldn't watch it. Okay, so this week I watched Radio Free Albemuth, and yeah, it was horrible. So it's based off of a Philip K. Dick movie. I actually saw some actors I recognized in it. Catherine Winnick from the Vikings shows was in it. She's usually a good actress, I think. There's another guy who's in a bunch of other things. He usually plays more of a bit actor, but he's usually a good bit actor. And he took a lead role, so it really didn't quite work too well. Yeah, and this movie is based off of a Philip K. Dick movie. Book, I mean, not movie. He didn't do movies. He did books of the same title. And so I was thinking, I was like, okay, this looks pretty bad, but, you know, it's a Philip K. Dick book, you know, good source material usually from that. And boy, was I wrong. Maybe not about the book, but definitely about the movie. So let's kick it off and start off with number 5. All right, so horrible plot progression. They use stupid dream sequences to explain stuff, and then they say that means something. So, like in the very beginning, the guy's sitting there looking at this weird, like symbol, and it's not even really a symbol. But then it starts showing him like hills and plains, and then he wakes up and he's like, "Oh, this dream means this." And it's like, wait, how did you derive that from what you were being shown? It makes no sense.
He's good at interpreting dreams, Brian.
He must be amazing. He must be Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat at interpreting dreams. If you don't know, that is a Bible reference, and he did interpret dreams. That's what he did. Right?
Yes.
See?
Yes, that was his thing.
That was his thing. He interpreted dreams. So, yeah, and it's really weird because every now and like the first time he wakes up and he sees like a hologram image of himself looking down at himself, and like his wife sees it too. And then they just never get back to anything like that. So it's just like, what is, huh? What, huh? Wait, huh? It's just kind of what you keep doing throughout this movie. So that's number 5. Number 4, the directing is horrible. It's almost like the director went up to the actors and said, hey guys, okay, see this scene, it's supposed to be, you know, deep and insightful and thought-provoking. Just do the worst job that you can, and that's what we'll put up there. You know, it's just, please overact it, ham it up, react unnaturally to things, and then that's what we'll put up. Because, you know, when I've seen movies like they'll do...
When there's a problem like that, it does come down to the director. And that's what I've heard, is a lot of poor acting, at least when you know that an actor has good potential, it's probably the director.
Yeah. And it's honestly like, okay, let's take a take. All right, that you guys did too good on that take. Scrap that take, do it again, but worse. So, yeah, horrible directing. And let's keep moving. Number 3, just the transition. So the directing is horrible, but so is the editing. There's really just it's like they're mid-sentence and they cut to another scene almost. It feels like. So they're sitting there drinking coffee, blah, 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 talk. And usually, you know, you have a little fade in and out when you're cutting from scene to scene. You do something of that ilk. And they literally just would cut next scene. Just like, stop, go. It's very, very, very poor editing.
They didn't want to put the time and money into the transition effects. Because you know how hard those can be, right?
What?
They didn't want to put the time and money into the transition effects. That's what I'm hearing.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, no, it's just... I was just thinking of like, yeah, like, but there's just so many times in the movie, and that's how they transition. They don't tell you that there's a passage of time, except for to, like, randomly after, they're like, okay, this is 3 years down the road. You don't know that it's 3 years down the road. All the actors look the exact same. They don't do anything. They don't even tell you that it's 3 years down the road until you're like, wait, why is this kid like 3 years old? Like 5 scenes in. It makes no sense. It's just horribly put together. And editing can do a lot for a movie if it's improperly edited. Psycho was one of the big ones, the Alfred Hitchcock movie. He had it, he put it out there, and everybody hated it in the studio. And then he went back and re-edited it, and then it was the classic that we all know today. So editing can do a lot for a movie, and this one was horribly done. So, yeah. Let's keep on going. Number 2. For some reason, they have a stupid, like, 3-4 minute like Atlantis Morissette song. She's sitting there singing, and then you find out it's really a vision for later on. And then you're like, why did they just put her in there? Oh, wait, now they're going to throw her in the movie. Great. And she doesn't even sing. Her part in the movie isn't even singing. She's just, yeah. Well, I'll give a little bit more. So this guy gets alien transmissions from a satellite, and apparently she does too. And then apparently they're trying to fight the president of 15 years because he's a communist. That's the story. I just gave it away. Spoiler alert.
15-year president?
Yeah, well, he's unprecedented in a number of terms for being reelected, so yeah. And then, so number one is, I never read the book, but this story just sucks. Maybe he does it better in the book. I hope he does, because he's a classic author for a reason. But the story sucks. It's an alien satellite transmitting like visions to people to help guide the human race in the right way, and it sucks. It falls apart.
That's actually, I think, a real alien conspiracy theory. Is that there's a group of aliens that like give us transmissions from space to help guide us in the right direction.
Yeah, and I thought it was
maybe
stupid.
That's what it's based off of, or maybe
really
those conspiracy theories are based off this book.
Everything sucked. It just didn't work. It was no fun. I found myself being like, okay, this movie has got to be over pretty soon. And stupid me, usually I try to pick the hour-and-a-half long movies. This one was like 2 hours and 15 minutes, so it was just torture. Like, they kill the main character, and then there's another like 45 minutes to the movie. It's like, what the hell? Why are we still going? Stop it. End this misery you are putting me through. End it now. And no, it kept going. And going, and going, and going, and going, and going. Yeah, and went more. I mean, it's one of those movies, I've talked about this before, when you watch a horrible movie, you're like, okay, it's almost over now. And then, no, I'm only 5 minutes in. It's like, damn it. Gosh, I got more of this movie to watch. So, that was Radio Free Albemuth. And the name sucks, too. I don't know. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong, but I think the name sucks. But, so, I'm going to go ahead and give this one Chewbacca chainsaw out of 5. One of those.
You give it a lot of ones lately. I guess that's not true. We gave him some like twos.